Hello guys, my name is Wicked Monkey and welcome to the Patchnotes rundown for Riot's Auto Battler Teamfight Tactics patch 9.17. I want to talk about the changes, the new champion Pantheon and how this will influence the current meta in my opinion. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button below the video to support my channel and don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's get into it. First of all, we have the new champion, Pantheon. It's a 5 gold cost legendary unit. His origin is Dragon and his class is Guardian, and he is a really strong ultimate. Pantheon leaps in the air, crashing down towards the farthest enemy, stunning them for 4 to 8 seconds. Enemies in Pantheon's class take 15 to 45 of the maximum health as magic damage. They then burn for an additional 20% of the maximum health as true damage over 10 seconds. Applies greatest rounds. I think it's really dangerous to add this champion in because you don't want to have champion inside your game who applies magic immunity and armor. It's the same as nobles. This magic immunity and armor together is totally stupid, but okay. We talk about nobles later because they get nerfed anyways. The 20% of the maximum health is true damage over 10 seconds and the place grabbies round is the same like you have Moralicons and like you have 2 Moralicons because Moralicons just burns 10% of the maximum health. And I think it makes some combos a little bit too strong. But I don't play him right now, so we will see. Maybe I get wrong with this. Now they changed some things in the system. The first carousel now has all 2 cost units. I think it's a really good change because you can fall pretty much behind if you just hit 1 gold unit in the first carousel and have opener where you get an item in the first round. I think I totally take it. It's a really good change. Ghost armies now benefit from tail bonuses. They're actually spooky now. I think it's also a really good change because the RNG in this game can fuck you really hard up if you hit always the strong enemy and the other enemies hit just ghost boards, and I think it makes this a little bit more consistent. I think it's a really good change. Attack speed cap has been increased from 2.5 to 5.0 so fast. I think it's also a good change, especially for Rangers and Blade Masters. Blade Master combinations with the Rage Blade. I think we'll see how this change. I don't think it affects other combinations. Maybe the 4 wild 6 shapeshifters. If you stack Shivana with Rage Blade, maybe then could be go over the 2.5 attack speed, but we will see. Tooltips have been updated to be more clear and numbers scale with ability power. I also think it's a really good change. But I don't want to say much about it. It's just for the information. Next, they changed the assassins, reworked to a bit more consistency. Increase the delay before assassins jump to they can access the backline more often. I think this is a really huge change because in the current meta it's really hard to play 6 assassins because they stuck and they block each other. Sometimes it happens then the enemy team don't get out of the corner and you jump into the front line and lose automatically the fight because your damage dealing weak assassins are in the front of jumps into damage taking front line. It's really stupid. But with this change I think it's get a little bit more easy to play combinations like 4 ninjas, 6 assassins or 6 assassins with maybe brawler or hextech or something. I think it's a really good change. Next, the trade bonus, 125% crit damage decreased to 75% crit damage, but adding 10% crit chance. And with a 6 assassins trade bonus, 350% crit damage decreased to 150% crit damage and add 25% crit chance. Let me explain this a little bit. Every champion in Teamfight Tactics has 25% crit chance. If you play 3 assassins now, you get an additional bonus from 10% crit chance. So you have 35% crit chance. Now, before the patch, the assassin will hit nearly every 4 auto attacks with 1 critical attack. Now, with 35 or 50% crit chance, I think it's huge. If you maybe put Infinity Edge of one in 3 champion, say you pick Rengar, stacking Rengar with a 4 Brawler Void Assassin's combination and giving Rengar the IE, I think it's really cool. I think it's a good change. We will see how that works out. Next we want to talk about Hextech. I think Hextech is a little bit too strong if you have just 2 units in, and if you have 4 units in, it's okay. Say item disable duration 8 seconds down to 7 seconds. I think if you have 2 units, 6 seconds or 5 seconds would be, I would like more. And if you have 4 Hextech units, I think you can have the 8 seconds, because if you play 4 Hextech units, you don't have a really strong combination because they don't fit in completely. Maybe you have Force of Nature or something, then you can build for Hextech, but normally you don't have this. They also nerfed Noble a little bit. Armored magic resist down from 60 to 50 and healing from 35 to 25. I think it's a really good change, because Noble was really too strong in the last patch. You see, especially in the start of the last patch before they hotfixed it, they gave, I think, 75 armor and 75 magic resist. It was unbelievably strong. Everybody playing Nobles, and you were sure if you hit the Kale, you fucking win. And now it's changed a little bit, and I think Noble is still really strong, especially if you put maybe Pantheon now in your combination. I think it's really I think it's a good nerf. Next, they changed Rangers a little bit, making Rangers more consistent. Double attack speed changed 25% up to 30% and 65% up to 70%. Rangers really flying under the radar now. I think Rangers are a pretty strong combination, especially if you get them really early and have good items with this. It's definitely a good combination, and I don't think they need the buff. It was pretty strong now, and if you nerf Noble and buff Rangers, maybe Rangers get the next domination race. We will see, but I have to try, definitely, to stack Rangers. Shapeshifter. We are making it a little bit easier to shapeshifters to transform. Nidalee, total mana down from 100 to 85. I think it's quite okay change, but Nidalee don't need really a buff. But okay, I take it. Chase armors up from 30 to 35, and Chase will now transform at max mana even if there is no one in range to knock away. This is a really good change. Chase really need a buff, and the next is a few games before I played Chase just to enable Hextech, and I want to sell the unit anyway, and I give him the RFC, and he was the last one in a 1-on-1 against the Ranger unit, and he slashes him with his hammer, but never transformed because he was 1 field away, and this was really stupid. I lost the fight because of it, and now this is really cool. He transform and get extra health and extra attack speed. This is a really good change. Shift total mana down from 100 to 85, and now total mana down from 125 down to 100. I think it's a really good change. If you want to play 6 shapeshifter for wild, it's a really strong late game combo. Level 8, it's unbelievably strong, especially if you hit this Vayne really early and can stack him. But the way to this combination is really hard. You have to go about demons or brawlers. depends on what you hit, and now this is a little bit easier to play because of this change. Next, yordles. Stick with our consistencies and their dodge change 30% up to 35 and 55 up to 60. I think they don't need to change yordles. Okay, let me explain. The three yordles fit in many combinations. If you play 3 yordles, sorcerer, Lulu, Veigar, maybe a cannon or a Gna or a Poppy, to 3 sources really strong. A really strong trait, yes, with 30% dodge chance. And in this, you don't need the 35%. But nobody plays 6 yordles because you have Tristana in, and Tristana don't really deals damage, and the 6 yordle buff is really hard to combine with something, maybe elementalist. You have the 6 yordles is just weak, and maybe with 60% it could be playable if you hit many units, get maybe a cannon 3 with more relicons and guardian angels, and it's maybe okay to play. Next we talk about the champion changes. Graves adjusts his interaction with rapid fire canyon. He maintains the range bonus, but it now narrows with bullet speed like a shotgun choke. You know, if you play in the last patch Graves, you hit him really early and get him maybe at level 3 or early level 2, and you put 2 RFCs and red buff on him. He was an unbelievable fucking strong unit. Yes, he's a really special unit because he don't have an ultimate, and he spread his auto attack inside the enemy team. And if you have 2 RFC, he covers the complete map with his shot, and with red buff he burns the complete enemy team. This was totally stupid. I think it's a really good change. Next, Warwick. The health go up from 600 to 650. I think this don't change really much. Warwick is some combinations like wild and for wild 6 shapeshifters, or maybe 4 brawlers, 2 void, 3 assassins. But you don't have him in as tanks. Just you have him in for apply the wild buff for other units. So okay, I take it. Lissandra health go up from 450 to 500. Starting mana go down from 50 to 0, and the total mana go down from 125 to 85. And the ability damage goes up from 150 to 175, from 275 to 325, from 400 to 475. Lissandra get buffed in the last patch, but I think it was not enough. But now maybe you can stack the unit. I have to try. Maybe it's cool. Especially if they have a low total mana amount, and you can maybe stack the Spear of Trojan on her. We have to try. I think it's a good change. Next is Lucian. Relentless Pursuit seconds show now scales with Luden's attack speed. Okay, totally take it. Was totally necessary. Gangplank ability damage 100 get nerfed from 200 to 150, 325 to 250, and 450 to 350. I think this Gangplank deserves this nerf because Gangplank is a 3 gold cost unit, and he was pretty strong if you have Guardian Angel and some other item like Hush or Guardian Angel on him. I think it deserves this buff. It's really okay. Leona's stun duration goes down but just at level 2. Stun duration level 1 5 seconds, level 2 7 seconds, and level 3 9 seconds. I think it's still too much. If you have DPS on high DPS combination but weak frontline, like maybe 6 Blade Masters or something, and your carry gets stunned from Leona 7 seconds, your complete team is dead until he can attack. And if you play against Rangers with Glacial and Leona, it's totally stupid. I think it's too much. So healing changes. Healing effects we are tuned around Gravious rounds, completely turning them off. Since we are reducing Gravious rounds effects, we are also reducing the effectiveness of other healing effects to keep them from becoming too strong. The Gravious rounds healing reduction from 100% down to 80%. The Bloodthirster healing 50% of the damage to 40%, Hextech Gunbat 33% damage to 25% of the damage, Swain Demon Flare healing 50 to 40, 90 to 70 and 130 to 100, and the Redemption healing from 1500 to 1200. I think it's a really good change. You don't want to have a 100% healing reduction component in your game, because in a few weeks ago in the patch, I think 9.15, but I'm not sure, they changed the Dragon Slow and the Dragon buff down to 87%, and it's really okay. You have 80% healing reduction. You don't want to stack Bloodthirster on Rengar or something and get hit from a 1 cost unit with Morelicon and your champion dies because of it. He's a weak champion and he lives because of the Bloodthirster. I think it's a really good change. Next we talk about bug fixes. Hextech fixed the disable Infinity Edge, losing more crit damage than it should. Hextech fixed the disabled Ionic Spark, now re-enabling its effect. Hextech fixed and disabled the Seek Herald, not re-enabling its effect. And fixed disable Locket of the Iron Solari, not re-enabling its effects. Okay, these 3 hotfixes was really necessary. If you have an item and it don't works after the Hextech is over, it was totally stupid. It's really good that it fixed it. Improved Shyvana's ability logic. She now looks for spots to jump to that are far away from her target. Okay, it's really good. I think I had a Shyvana hit jump in the middle of the enemy team, and it shouldn't be like this. It's a good change. Fixed for Rek'Sai not probably knocking up her target at longer distance. Totally take it. Fixed Warwick spawning a new Warwick if he dies mid-leap. Okay, I was really confused. I had this bug 2 times in the game, and I think, why Warwick don't attack? Okay, he died before. This is a bug. Okay. So, good fix. Ari will no longer cast her ability at enemy not in range. I think it's a few patches away. They want to fix it, but now it comes back. Lucian correctly triggers launch attack effect static shift ruins Hurricane on his first auto after his dash. Okay, this is really good. Fixed Ludens not triggering if the target of the spell died. This is really good fix. How I explain? If you have a champion like Lucian in the early levels, say if you level 3 and have 3 nobles in with Lucian and stacking the Ludens on him, and he kills the enemy with the last shot, Ludens don't procs, and this was totally stupid because you can lose a fight because of this bug, and maybe you have an win streak and you get really hard punished for this. Fixed Y ultimate ult something chain hitting the same enemy. Okay, little legions that get inside the initial shard draft barrier before it comes down are now booted out. This is really good because some people abuse this bug every game and they get in the middle of the first circle and can pick any champion that they want because they always reach it at first. I think it's really good and really necessary they fix this. Miscellaneous. Up to the Dragon and Elder Fireball View FX, you can now new player and emotes and pings through the scoreboard and add new visual effects to show off your win streak and scoreboard. I think it's really cool because some people don't know they can disable or new players and pings over the chat with some typing, but now you can make it from the scoreboard. I think it's really cool, and the other things also really good. So I hope you liked the video, and thank you for watching. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button to support my channel, and we will see you in the next video.